Hey readers, you guys have been working on character interaction today. Interaction is a really big word that is just how the characters act with each other. How do they talk to each other? What do they do with each other? Things like that. And whenever we are looking at character interaction, we really want to focus on three major things. How are the characters acting towards each other? What are they saying to each other? And what are they thinking about each other? And that's really going to help us understand the characters' relationship, because that is very important. The characters' relationships with each other help the plot go along. It helps the problem, it helps the solution, it helps all of those things that make our stories enjoyable to read. So I want us to think about one of the books that we read this year, Stone Fox. And I want us to think about the character interactions of those characters within those books. The first characters that I want us to focus on is Willie and his grandfather. And I want us to really reach back into our brains and think about those two characters. I know it's been a very long time since we've read that book. But remember, what do the interactions between Willie and his grandfather show? And when I think about those interactions, what is Willie doing? What are his actions towards his grandfather? What are the things that he says to his grandpa, even though he doesn't know if his grandfather can hear him or not? And what are Willie's thoughts about his grandfather? What does that show us about their relationship and who Willie is just as a person? I want you to give you a couple of seconds to think about that. So what I'm thinking about is how Willie is doing anything to save the farm. He's doing anything to save his grandfather. So I'm thinking about how Willie ran next door when his father was sick and needed help immediately. He didn't wait to see if Grandpa was going to be better. He wanted help right away. And that is showing me that Willie cares for his grandfather, right? The whole entire story is Willie's actions. He's going from place to place to try to find money to save the farm. Even when he finds out that his grandfather had not been paying the taxes, does his feelings change? No. Their interaction is still the same. He is still going to run into the race, and he is still going to try to win that money, even though Grandpa wasn't truthful. So their interaction shows that they care for each other. So now I want to think about Stone Fox. Stone Fox is a different kind of character. But I want us to think about what helps us visualize. Remember, visualizing is in your head. It's when you see something in your head using those sensory language, okay? So what does the author do to help us visualize that Stone Fox does want Willie to win at the end of the story? So I am thinking that when Searchlight falls down, and I'm visualizing in my head Stone Fox taking his gun, pulling it in the air, and shooting that warning sign, and I can visualize in my head Stone Fox drawing that line and telling all the other racers, don't cross this line. That helps me visualize that Stone Fox wants Willie to win that race. He wants Willie to cross that finish line to get that money. And I think it's because, honestly, Stone Fox understands what Willie's going through. You can tell by their interactions and their thoughts and their feelings that Stone Fox knows that Willie needs that money. He can understand because Stone Fox himself needs the money for his land and to buy his land back. So today, as you're doing your task cards, I really want you to focus on the characters' interactions. How are they acting with each other? What are they saying to each other? What are they noticing about each other? And what are their thoughts about each other? And that's really going to help you analyze our characters. So, show me what you know.